In the next 8 minutes, we're going to share our top 9 space-saving, well-designed galley ideas to help you maximize space on your boat. This is what we use on board our boat. These items are kind of game changers when it comes to storage, when it comes to prep, when it comes to cooking, and when it comes to drinking. So we'll go through kind of our 4 categories, how we've organized those. I'm Dave, a former 100-ton U.S. Coast Guard license holder and a proud owner of a Jeanneau 1095. We're going to show how we organize and some of the items we use in our galley. You can check our full galley tour for 1095 up here. It really goes into depth on kind of where the space is and how it's laid out. We're going to show the items we have on that we use to maximize that space. Now these items can maximize space on any galley, on any boat, so take the ones you like and hopefully you find something useful that you can use in the future. On board, we're always looking for smart design with multi-use, kind of that design and functionality that also stows away. We want to maximize space so that we have great items, durable items on board that meet all our needs. We've organized how we think about these galley items in really 4 categories. First is storage, and then prep, and then cooking, and then drinking. So we'll go through each of those 4 areas with a couple items that we've felt are kind of standouts in areas either because of design, functionality, or kind of their collapsibility. First is storage, the backbone of any well-designed galley and really a key to being on a boat at any time. When you're at sea, every inch counts. So how do we maximize the use of our space on board? Well, it starts with our storage items. First are these target bins. The target bins you'll see in some of our galley tours are a perfect fit for the Jeanneau 1095. They're the 6-liter, you get them from Target. We actually have 10 of these on board, but they fit in each of our galley spaces. We use them in this cabin for our spices, and they slide right in and out. They're a perfect size. You want to find something on your boat that fits the space that's there perfectly. We had some other bins before, and they just didn't maximize the space. These bins really maximize the space we have on board. We're able to have all our spices, and it keeps them organized. The second of our storage items is for our plates. This lives down below our microwave, and it's a simple accordion file. This you get in an office supply store, and it's just a simple accordion file that stows everything really nicely. We have it bungeed down below, so it puts everything away. We have our cutting boards that fit right into this. And the plates, they're melamine plates. The plates aren't what matter. It's the simple space-saving design of this plastic accordion file. We love how it just puts everything away, it stows it neatly, and it has its home down below the microwave on board. Third piece of stowage gear is our stowaway containers. These live inside the microwave, and they're just collapsible Tupperware. But what we like about them is we love to cook on board, and these multiple sizes, they allow us to cook and have a place to stow leftovers. Sometimes we'll prep ahead, so we either prep vegetables, cut vegetables, devein shrimp, so we don't have to do it on board, and we can bring it on board with these, clean it, and they collapse away. What's really nice is they just collapse, and they take up so much less space on board. Again, this is not an expensive item, but we really like having them because we like to cook, and we like the leftovers. They're also great for that ahead of time meal prep. Everything we talk about today, we have a link to in the description, so you can get that. That's an affiliate link that helps support the channel, gives us a small commission if you purchase anything. Also, please subscribe if you like our content. We want to make boating enjoyable and share what we learn on our boat with other people so that they don't have to go through the experimenting that we've had to. We've gone through the storage. There's 3 more categories we're going to look in. The next one is prep. So we've got our stuff stored. How do we go about meal prep? What do we see is kind of really useful on board? We have 2 items that live down in the microwave. First is our collapsible OXO cheese grater. I end up having a lot of cheese on board. I sometimes am surprised at how much I use cheese in cooking, so we have the OXO for that. And often with cheese is pasta. Pasta's great to be able to cook on board. We have the collapsible colander. It folds away nicely. So these are just really helpful for prep, and they're collapsible. They're kind of key implements that we have. This next one is one of my favorite pieces of equipment on board because of its design. It's just really smart, multi-use. Has 3 uses. It's our measuring cup and juicer all in one. And also you can make dressing in it. So what I like about it is it's got this little juicer, so you can juice lemons, limes, orange. We use that a lot in cooking with seafood. Has the measuring right on the side, so we can measure when we're cooking. We can juice if we're adding lemon, like a vinaigrette. And then after you've done your cooking, you can make a salad dressing in this and it'll stow. There's a rubber gasket on here so that this seals away. Small piece of equipment, but really, really like this. Moving to cooking, it's the heart of the galley. Obviously, it's why we do everything on board. So we'll just pull out the stove to get to our favorite. We stow these behind our seat. Our cooking implement is the Magma cookware. It's stainless steel, it's 7-piece. It lives down under the microwave as well. What we love about this, I kind of gush over it all the time. If you see any of our cooking videos, you can see where we use it and how we use it on board to make some great meals. But it stows away nicely. It has the fry pan with a detachable handle, slides on. Large pan top that's multi-use. Second pan for a saucepan with the top. The large pot that can be used for pasta. This handle is multi-use. It can slide off. It's got a little latch on it that it can switch between items and click into place. So you have these multi-use, stowable. You can switch when you're cooking, slides off, and it can slide on to the next one. So it's a really versatile piece. I kind of gush about it because I just like smart design. It's collapsible. You can use it on any galley. The 7-piece one works really well. For Alicia and I, we've cooked with 4 people on this. So you have the versatility. You can stow in here if you have large amount of leftovers. But this multi-use is exactly what you want to have on it. Something that stows away nicely. When you're underway, it's got a home and it's not going to be banging around. And it looks good too, but it does all the cooking we want on board. It's just smart design that we love to have on a boat. It just stows away so nicely. Finally, drinking. On a 1095, we have a wine drawer that stows wine down below. You can have wine bottles on here. First place we look when it comes to drinking is in the fridge. So in the fridge, we have these neoprene sleeves. These are from Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive, but they protect the bottles. So all the bottles we have on, we put them in a neoprene sleeve. One, it protects them from bottling around, and 2, if something did break, it contains the glass. Nothing has broken with one of these. So it's just a nice little both protection and temperature to keep track of your drinks on board. And of course, with those, you need wine glasses. We've got the Living the Dream ones. That has our logo on it, but living the dream, that's what we do on a boat all the time. Echo Zulu Cruising. So when you're on board, you want to drink responsibly, and part of that means not spilling, part of that means not drinking too much, part of that means making sure any glass that you have on is protected and safe. We allow glass for wine because we enjoy wine on the boat, some people don't. So those are our 9 essential items to save space on a boat. You got it organized into your storage, into your prep, into your cooking, into your drinking. Hope you find some that are useful to you. In the comments, let us know your galley storage secret. Hopefully these 9 galley tips are useful for you and you find ways to really maximize them on your boat. If you're interested in cooking on board and looking for inspiration, we've got a Caribbean jerk chicken that we've made that has shelf-stable ingredients that's really flavorful, and it allows you to have either frozen or canned ingredients so you could have it long into a trip. You can check that out. Until next time, have fun, be safe, be happy, enjoy the water.